Why do they never go in for me? Hey music lovers, yeah, I'm here again with another batch of records. Of course, what more do you expect from me? Yeah, another batch of records. Trying to plough my way through the backlog as per usual. Just ridiculous. Always seem to pick up more than I can possibly listen to. I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, I've got 2 cubes full of records I haven't listened to yet that I picked up in this year. Probably since mid-January, maybe. Not sure. But it's just silly. I really should stop, but I can't. It's an addiction. I admit it. Right. So we've got 8 or so records here that I'm going to go through. One charity shop find, which is not a great thing, and then varying degrees of eBay purchases, always on cheapest deals I can find. Let's get the charity shop. It's not the greatest record. I'm not particularly impressed by it. So it's Ronnie Milsap's Greatest Hits. I've seen this chap's records a lot in charity shops, and I finally saw this one for 50p, and I thought, okay, Greatest Hits, we'll try it. I looked him up on Wikipedia to check his discography. He has had so many #1 country hits in the States. I think just about I think there's only about 2 tracks on this that weren't #1s. I've only listened to one side. I only made it through one side, to be honest. It's pretty mainstream country, pretty schmaltzy in places, sort of mid 70s to late 70s. I think maybe hitting into 1980. It's okay, but it's not something I'm going to rush to dig out and play. But I only got it for 50p, so that's why I thought I'd take a chance on it. It was worth taking a chance. The record's in pretty good shape. The cover's a bit bad, but 50p, what can you do? So there's that one. That's this is the least of the records this time. I've got some much better stuff than this. I also picked up a copy of this off eBay. So this is Holly Johnson's debut solo album, Blast. It's got, what the hits are? Americanos is on it, and Love Train, I think, were both top 10 singles. This was, I think this was a #1 album, I think. Was that right? Have I got that right? I don't know. Can't remember. Really, it's not a bad album. It's okay. I mean, I picked it up for £1.50 off eBay with free postage, so whoever was selling them didn't know what they were doing. Came with the inner, sort of Frankie-esque graphics there. Nice red label. There you go. Album's called Blast, of course, as you can see. Yeah, it's all right. It's not as good as Frankie's best stuff. But it's a pleasant enough listen. Oh, right. Curse of the inner sleeve strikes again. I couldn't get it in. I don't know why. I'll leave those ones. Leave that one. Right, we'll do that one next. Right, pick those next. Right. One of the artists I really meant to find out more about, listen to more of this year, probably because of James Griffith's influence more than anything, I guess, was this chap. So I've picked up a few of his records recently. This is Graham Parker and the Rumour. This is Stick to Me. I think this was his 3rd album? James will be able to tell me. This is a great record. Really enjoyed listening to this. Yeah, it's a deletion, so it's got the corner cut off, but got it for a pretty good price. It's in really nice condition, the actual album. There's the label and the original inner sleeve, Mercury inner sleeve. So it's quite nice. Quite like that label. There we go. I'm not sure. I think this is an American. This is an American press. which is probably why it's got that. I don't think we do that in Britain. Some great tracks on here. Things like a brilliant version, I'm going to tear your Playhouse down. I love that. Stick to Me is a great track. Thunder and Rain. Some really good stuff on this. I really recommend that. Really good stuff. I don't think it got as good reviews as the first two. Now, I haven't heard the first two albums yet. I am looking out for more Graham Parker and pick them up when I can find them. But this is a terrific listen. Really enjoyed that. And I also picked up this, Carl Perkins, My Kind of Country. So this is I think it's an early 70s album. See, it was his first album for Mercury. What's the date on it? 1973. So, you're obviously going through a country phase here. Oh, did I show the label? I don't think I did. There we go, Mercury label. There we go. Some really nice tunes on here. He wrote quite a few of them. Got a few covers on it, including a couple of Mel Tillis tracks. Ruby Don't. He does Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town, and I prefer his version to Kenny Rogers. Way better. What else we got? Got a Going to Memphis, which is a Johnny Cash, Alan Lomax co-write. Let's Get Dixie Fried. A lot of this is kind of, it's not straight. There's a few straight country songs on here, but there's more. There's kind of a hillbilly feel to it, so you're kind of going into that rockabilly country kind of feel to a lot of this stuff. But this was I really enjoyed listening to that. Picked up a record that I had on tape, so I really know this quite well. This is a great record. Sensational Alex Harvey Band. Next, I'm slowly building up a collection of Alex Harvey stuff. I've got stuff on tape, I've got stuff on vinyl. This is a great one. Covers obviously been in and out of a rack, but the record's in pretty good shape. Terrific stuff on here. We've got Swamp Snake, The Faith Healer, that's a brilliant track. Bambo Marble Eye, Last of the Teenage Idols. Next, which is a Jack Brel song that he did, which is superb, absolutely superb. So that was a really good pickup, really like that. Great artist from the 70s, obviously never got the kudos and the recognition they really deserve. Right, next one. Yeah, another artist I'm slowly building up is Santana. I think I've got 4 or 5 of his albums now, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. And this is Caravanserai. This was his first kind of more fusiony album that he did. There's an awful lot of instrumental tracks on here. A lot of atmospheric tracks. I love the first track, which is Eternal Caravan of Reincarnation. Sounds fantastic. Very, very ambient like. But there's it's a lot of sort of consciousness expanding stuff. You got Ways Within, Just in Time to See the Sun, All the Love of the Universe. It's that future primitive. Very, very good album this is. The body melts into the universe melts into the soundless voice, the sound melts into the all-shining light, and the light enters the bosom of infinite joy. Not just about sums it up. Released in 72. What's it on it? I think it's just a stock CBS label. Yeah, it is. I'll get the record out. It's in nice condition though. Stock CBS label. Nothing special there. Very, very enjoyable album, that is. I tend to like... I'm seeming to pick up a lot of the albums in the run from this to Moonflower. I've got a couple of the other albums, but I don't have the... Have I got a Braxis? I think I've got a Braxis as well, but I don't have the first one. Maybe I have to pick that one up. But I really like this kind of fusion-y stuff that he started putting out from 72 onwards. Really good. I also picked, this is a great album, loved listening to this. I also picked up a copy of Little Criminals by Randy Newman. This is my first Randy Newman album that I've heard in... No, it's not the first one I've heard in full, but it's the first one I've got actually own. Some terrific songs on here. Real mix of stuff as well, which I really like. So this was released in 77. So you've got things like Short People, which was a novelty hit for him in 77. But you've got really atmospheric stuff like Texas Girl at the Funeral of Her Father, which I think is just so affecting. It is unbelievable. In Germany Before the War, that's quite... Actually, it's quite disturbing. It's a very ambiguous song. Very ambiguous. You're not sure what to think of it, actually. I'm sure you can probably read somewhere online what the actual meaning, what the meaning was that Randy Newman intended. Rider in the Rain, that's quite good. That's pretty good. Really, really good. Ooh, look at the glare on that, of that. Right, there we go. There's that. I really had a problem with Randy Newman. Because all I knew of Randy Newman, there on the Warner Brothers label, all I knew about Randy Newman was the stuff he did for film. And it kind of, I just found it annoying. It's alright in the context of the films like Toy Story and the rest of the stuff, but there's no way I'd want to listen to that stuff. I just wouldn't want to, I don't enjoy listening to that kind of stuff. And I thought all of his stuff would be kind of like that. So it actually took me until I was looking... What was I looking for? I was just browsing through songs on Spotify, going on different playlists. And I happened across a couple of tracks of Sail Away, I think it was. And it was one of those moments when you realise, oh, I really shouldn't have prejudged this chap. This is fabulous. I think also I'd seen lots of his records being shown on VC videos. So I thought it kind of was starting to add up. Maybe I've got this guy wrong. And boy, did I have it wrong, because this is a great album. Really lovely album. Rocks in certain places, but there's some brilliant slower tunes on that. Right. And then finally, probably my pick of this batch, and a lot of people will probably think, what? Really? I love this record. I've played it like loads and loads since I got it. It's this one, Undercover by the Stones. This was pretty... Critics weren't very kind to this record when it came out. They... I think Undercover of the Night, the track, rightly got some kudos. I mean, it's such a cracking song. It is absolutely brilliant. It's one of those... I think it's an underrated Stones classic. It's probably their last classic song that they released of any album. She Was Hot is a great one. Tie You Up. Wanna Hold You is a bit rubbish. Feel On Baby is one of the better reggae tracks I think that the Stones have recorded. Too Much Blood is a bit silly, but it's good. All the Way Down, It Must Be Hell. So if you compare this to Steel Wheels, I think this pees all over Steel Wheels. That is just an absolutely mind-numbingly boring album. I really don't like it. But this is an original pressing. Ooh, a bit of a glitch there. So we've got the inner sleeve, of course, with the Stones record label, and it also came with the lyric insert. So there we've got that, and with the lyrics. I really would put my prejudices aside for this album, because I think it's really rocking. I really enjoy this. I think it's a great album. Cover's not very good though. Got to admit that. Oops. But yeah, the music is really good. I really enjoy this. I like listening to this. It's easy to equal, say, Black and Blue or some of the other later 70s Stone stuff. Even stuff like It's Only Rock and Roll. I'd say it's on probably better than that. Really like it. Right, there you go. A quick whiz through a batch of records. Try and get myself up and running. Okay. Well, I'm sure some people will think, well, what was he bought that for? What's he like that for? I don't really care. Of course, leave your thoughts below on any of the records. Lovely to see any comments that I get. Always read them. Always trying to respond as soon as I can. I think, unless it's an old video and I miss it on my notifications, I actually answer all my messages. I think I do. I'm sure somebody will leave a message below saying, well, you didn't answer that. Well, I'm sorry. I'll go back and find it if you let me know. Right. So thanks very much for watching that little video. And I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, VC. Bye.